Book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 18. If I say to the wicked, you shall surely die, you give him no warning, nor speak to warn the wicked from his wicked way, in order for his life to be saved, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at your hand. But if you warn the wicked, and he does turn away from his wickedness or from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but you will have saved your life. Warning always comes before destruction. Always comes before destruction. Warning always comes before destruction.
Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up for ever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints.
The future is here. Using only my hand to pay for the groceries.
That you needed to get a microchip. Not even that it was your choice. You needed to get a microchip implant with all of your health data on it, including vaccine information, vaccine passport information. Would you do it, or what would you do? Would you revolt? Would you say absolutely not? We've got so many people here in the chat weighing in on it. I think overwhelmingly the answer is no. This might sound like a conspiracy theory, but it's actually happening. As far back as 2018, NPR had a report that said that microchips are about the size of a single grain of rice and were becoming so popular at the time that one of the main companies producing these microchips, producing them, reported difficulty keeping up with demand because people wanted them so much. They also covered a Bloomberg report about how these use the same backdoor technology that was being used by the CIA and the Pentagon. Take a listen to this NPR report.
Bloomberg has a big story out today about a tiny microchip, not much bigger than a grain of rice. The chip has been found in the type of computer servers used by at least 30 major American companies, including Apple and major banks. Also, servers used by the Pentagon and the CIA.
The Pentagon and the CIA. Sorry, I cut off there at the end. The Pentagon and the CIA. In fact, Swedish workers were accepting this pre-COVID. In 2017, Swedish workers in Sweden were saying, hey, yeah, we'll go for this because this will make our lives easier. We'll be able to take the subway, be able to ride transit, be able to pay for vending machines and all this stuff. In 2017, a railway company in Sweden began allowing travelers to load their ticket information onto the microchip that was implanted into their bodies. And according to the BBC, railway conductors were then able to use smartphones to detect the chip and confirm the travelers' tickets. And Swedish people went nuts for them and started injecting themselves so they could hop on rail cars faster. And they had a run on these chips and they needed more of them. Now, stop me if you know where this is going. Like railway, paying for transit tickets, that's one thing. But stop me if you know where this is going. Let's take a look at Newsweek. Here's their Newsweek's cover story. People get microchips implanted that include vaccine records amid new COVID restrictions. Now, at the time we did this story at the turn of the year, when people were saying, yeah, we want to have easier access to these vaccine passports, so we're going to inject them into our hands so that we can walk around, we can take flights easier, and it's going to be so much easier. And the wider trend of inserting the under-the-skin microchips contain personal information has developed over the past few years, gaining popularity in Sweden. People there began using the chips to gain access to their homes, offices, gyms, without any use of their handheld keys. So here is NBC News covering this story in Sweden on these microchips. Watch.
¿Qué onda, gente? Yo tenía rato queriendo grabar este video y ya tenía rato sin subir videos sobre los chips que tengo implantados en mi mano, ya que muchos me preguntan los usos que le doy. Y pues para que vean cómo es mi día a día con los chips y cómo los utilizo, la practicidad que tiene el hecho de tener implantado un chip, hoy les voy a mostrar dos ejemplos de los usos que le doy. Principalmente este que es de pagar con terminales de este tipo, que son para pagos sin contacto. De esta manera pago. Esto que se ilumina es el chip que tengo implantado y es el que me permite hacer pagos por medio de terminal. Y el otro, que prácticamente es mi favorito. Mi favorito es poder acceder a mi negocio solo leyendo el chip de esta mano.
Chips that make everything, from cars to household appliances to medical devices, that now are making them more expensive, and when we bring them back, the prices will go down. Very important to our people. The microchip is an American original. We used to lead the world in this technology, and it's time that we lead the way once again. We've also made the largest down payment in scientific research in decades, the kind we'd seen after World War II, that unleashed half a century of prosperity. We'll cultivate the tech hubs of tomorrow to spur new innovations and new discoveries to create countless new jobs right here at home. It's a game changer for so many places in America and for states like mine. Places like Albany and Syracuse and Rochester and Buffalo, where Mr. Aviv is from, you'll hear from him in Long Island, have long had the work.
So most of y'all already know this.
I couldn't help but note your pain. My pain? It runs deep.
I work overnight, so I got off in the morning, and I always take the same routine to go home. But this time I didn't take the same routine. Something told me to switch it. So I switched the routine and went a different way. And I came across this Capital One bank that had just been put, at on this block. It was like, been there for like 4 years. So long story short, they closed it because it had a letter in the door. It was like this location is closed. And I was like, well, damn, they just put that joint there. And I found that kind of funny. I also find funny is you can't draw a lot of money out the bank no more. They're going to question you like, why do you need the money? What are you going to do with the money? To me, that's a red flag all the way around because that's your money. You earned that. I said it before and I'll say this again. Once digital currency is fully in place, I'm talking about fully in place. See, it's different than a Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin is not the Fed now digital currency. Bitcoin is peer-to-peer, so it's easy. It's no middleman. There's no central bank involved. This one is different. So just like the money rotates with this fiat paper, it's going to rotate with this digital money. But the thing is, nobody can draw no money out because it's digital. What you going to do? It ain't going to be no need for banks after a while because everything is digital. It's just on the screen like everything else is on the screen. So how are people really gonna? They're watching everything. They're watching everything now, but they can't watch too much of it because it's paper money. So it flies under the radar. They can't keep up with all paper money. You just can't because you got money over here, money over there, money over there, money over here. So they really can't keep up. Once this goes digital, nobody can get away with nothing. They might even question why you spending your money in these certain places. It might even be questioned. And then always remember this. He who owns is he who controls. So they're basically taking ownership away from us. We got this much leeway left. But once this digital currency is in full effect, we have no more control. That's it. The only control you're going to have is your own thoughts. And they trying to get that too, but that's another story. Once digital currency goes digital fully, that's a wrap. That's it. Nobody can do anything. The under market, all the black market, all that, that's gone. That's out the door. You think things are rough now? Wait till that really hits. Nobody gonna be able to make a move nowhere like that. People really gonna go off. Like, people don't understand what's coming, man. They don't understand it.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth, and them which dwell therein, to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
I really can't make this shit up right now, guys. We're right here at Walgreens. Look at it. Wave to speak. Voice assistant coming soon. You come right here. Look at that. We believe consumers can experience the benefits of a digital technology without compromising privacy. Sure. Cooler screeners never seeks to identify individuals and never gathers or uses any personal identifiable information. You're right. Therefore fully preserving privacy. Yeah, sure. Why is that scanning me right now? Why is this scanning me? Why is it blue? Nothing suspicious at all. Not to mention that this is dumb as shit. We're going through an energy crisis, and they want to pretend like this is the new normal, right? It's even got microphone, right? Wave to speak, everything. All this shit, you know? And look at it, a locking system. If you don't have whatever they want, they're not gonna let you get whatever you need. They're doing it. They're fucking doing it, guys. It's real. The mark is here. It used to be a simple glass, and you could just see through. Now they got this bullshit. Look. What the fuck? And it also doesn't work right.
Things always get better. Cause when it's on, but God don't like ugly. Be strong. And God don't like no quitters. Cause when it's on, but hold on. You know what Billie Holiday said, baby. God bless the child that can hold his own. You know, you got to stand strong. And when these busters try to knock you out your place, you stand there to their face. You tell them hold on and be strong.